Tell me about how you first got connected with the Treatment Not Trauma campaign.
I have to tell you the whole story, how.
Of course.
Okay.
When they say cut back, we say fight back. Ron says cut back, we say fight back. Ron says cut back, we say fight back.
But the first question is, can you just tell me your full name?
Miss Diane Adams. How I got into the system is in 96, my son got killed. 98, I tried to commit suicide. 2005, I had a brain aneurysm. I was in coma for 8 months. I'm not asking everybody to be strong like me, but at least give them a chance. God gave me a second chance. Now I'm on the advisory board with the City for Mental Health. I was Southside Together Organized for Power. Now I'm with Treatment Not Trauma.
Can you take us back to the inception of Treatment Not Trauma?
Sure. My name is Rosana Rodriguez Sanchez, and I am the alderperson of the 33rd Ward and the chair of the Committee on Health and Human Relations for the City of Chicago. In 2020, after the murder of George Floyd,
As to demand change in the Chicago Police Department kicked off on the South Side earlier tonight.
I was looking for ways to address police brutality and also the lack of care that we have for vulnerable people. But I also knew that here in the city of Chicago, there have been people fighting for years in order to reopen the public mental health centers.
Former Mayor Rahm Emanuel's decision to close half of the city's publicly run mental health clinics in 2011 is still rippling across the city and its political landscape.
So what I decided to do was to go to them and say, are you interested in thinking through how to expand mental health care in a way that we can have the mental health clinics reopen, but also fight for mental health crisis response that comes from those clinics and that we can integrate.
My name is Candace Coleman, and I'm the Community Strategy Specialist here at Access Living. I'm formerly an organizer in racial justice.
So can you tell me how you first got involved with the work with Treatment Not Trauma?
Sure. Advanced Shore Leadership Power was the community organizer group that I organized, and we have been organizing around alternatives to mental health. And the reason why we got involved was because we wanted to align with what is happening in our own backyard. Like, what do we do about the closures of the mental health clinics, and how do we impact a system that helps us and not hurt us?
So we know that people that are going through a mental health crisis are 16 times more likely to be shot by police.
When they come out and it's a situation, it's gonna escalate because they see the police.
It is incredibly important that we stop the cycle of criminalizing mental health.
Because usually when people associate having a mental health crisis, they associate it being tied to the criminal justice system because police respond. And we just believe that if you get the supports that you need in the community, you'll have a better outcome of life.
After I spoke with the coalition, the Collaborative for Community Wellness, to sort of join the two campaigns together, there was a really big opposition within council still to get police out of any kind of response.
Because when we were doing the research and the background work, it was such a guessing game as to where supports were. Where's your local mental health clinic? How do you get access to it? Do you have to call 911? Is it only when you're in crisis? What if I'm not quite there yet?
When we realized that the path inside of city council was not going to move forward, we started doing a lot of work outside of city council. We started doing so many teach-ins, we did community forums.
And we've actually shifted conversation on what we don't have to what we need.
And we got enough signatures to put the question on the ballot for the general election. And we got 97% of the yes vote on average across the 3 wards. And the way that that has played out is that we got new reopened mental health centers is in Pilsen and the other one is in Roseland.
More mental health centers are coming to Chicago.
We are demonstrating right now how we are able to change things and how we are able to get the things that we need for our communities.
And I don't think that this is complicated. But the question is, particularly now that we are seeing so many cuts in grants at the federal level, we are concerned about the future of the care model and treatment of trauma. So we are doing a lot of advocacy. We are ramping up.
But these people need to get off their behind and speak up.
We are encouraged each and every one of y'all to get on the phone and get the mirror
People is power. Numbers is power.
and get the aldermen. I want all the aldermen.
To make sure that every alder in the city of Chicago understands that it is not an option to cut this program.
It took years for me to begin to heal. I'm a person that came out of the system. Look at me now.
And we did all of that work. And we're going to continue to do that work because we cannot lose what we have won this far.